2nd, bitch.
Motherfucker.
What's up, dog?
This November 2nd, motherfucker.
It's November 2nd, dog. Put all them Halloween decorations away. Put your plastic dildos away, your plastic handcuffs, your skimpy suits. And let's get into November, dog. Get them turkey outfits out, your aprons, and your sweatpants. Cause you about to gain some weight.
You need go get your fat pants.
Hashtag dick prints on the sweatpants.
Dick prints. You know, that's a new thing now.
Oh, bitch, dick prints? Dick print.
Dude, I just seen a video earlier today on Facebook.
You were watching dick prints on Facebook?
No, I didn't know it was going to lead to it. Anyways, he was just like, she was just like, let me see your dick print.
Oh, I seen that video.
It's today, right? Yeah. Anyways, the point is, I'm like, damn, that's a thing now.
Did she cut a sweatpants? Or is that another video?
It might be another video. But the point is what I'm trying to tell you is that you know how when dudes want to go for the girls? Apparently, dudes are becoming desirable now.
You know what? Man?
I think it's because...
The thing about, I think the dick print is, with girls, is that they don't like, you know, like a girl, they're not going to want all them dick pics in their like their inbox and shit. I think they rather not see the dick, they want to see like the figure of the dick.
Yeah.
Just like I don't want to see.
It's like it plays with them too.
Just like I don't want to see.
Like we see a fat ass, we don't need to see it naked, but we see the joint,
whether
in them jeans.
In some fucking nice jeans
that
show
like,
the ass off. Woo! God damn, that's the best.
Yeah.
Or even like a thong,
like
a nice thong, or like some nice.
We don't need to see that the naked.
Nah,
joke.
man, tease me. Let my imagination run wild.
Yeah.
You need to fucking be spread eagle on that fucking, on everything.
Yeah, because sometimes.
Fuck that. When I get there, I'm gonna get there. But let me tease me a little bit, bitch. Let my imagination run wild.
And
I
that
don't need to
shit's
see it
teasing
all.
the shit out of them too. Them
Hell yeah.
What is that shit?
Moose
Moose knuckles? The moose knuckles?
That's moose knuckles. That's what they call it.
For us, it's moose knuckles. For them,
girls, it's camel toe.
Camel toe and moose knuckles.
Moose knuckles, because I guess mooses have like joints. They look like balls.
Oh, I have a moose knuckle?
You do got a moose knuckle, no homo. I seen your moose knuckle.
I've been told.
Yeah, you got a fat dick, no homo. Shout out to Winter Wheat, New Blue Moon shit. Alright, man. Cheers, man. We're in the fucking November 2nd, dog. You know what I'm all psyched about, man?
What are you psyched about, Marv?
I'm fucking happy, man. Yesterday I went on a fucking field trip with my kid, man. You know, I love being a fucking dad, man.
I should try being a
fucking dad.
I'm not a dad. I'll be a dad this year, though.
I love being
You I'll
about to shoot them loads in your girl?
Don't be nasty now.
We're
adopting.
Steamy love.
Chinese baby we've talked about.
A fat Chinese baby?
To look more like me.
A fat Chinese girl baby?
No, don't be mean, Marv.
No, but they don't like to keep the daughters over there.
Oh yeah, I'll take that. And I'll make her the most dangerous woman in the world.
I'm pretty sure she's already dangerous. She comes with ninja stars, right? Just fucking around.
She doesn't come with ninja stars, but I wouldn't take it past her learning.
You know what's weird, man?
See, I'm already trying to be nice to her, and I don't have her yet.
That's nice. You're trying to protect her from assholes like me.
Of course. See you even around the joint, I'm gonna be like, yo, whoa, time out.
She's Asian. It's not your type. Oh no, sorry.
What are you Dog, you a sick motherfucker. What does that mean anything?
I don't know.
Sick motherfucker. I swear, man. Damn.
You know.
Wow.
Sorry. What happens if you do adopt a daughter, like, or a kid, and you have a real kid? I heard cases of people when they adopt a kid and then they have the real kid that they start treating the adopted kid like shit.
No.
Damn,
that I don't. I mean, you might, but I mean, anybody that's in their right mind is not gonna do that.
Yeah, that takes a real special asshole to fucking treat a kid like shit.
Asshole. And somebody like that shouldn't even fucking even try.
Be around kids, right?
Yeah, nah.
If you're gonna be an asshole to an adopted kid, fuck you.
Motherfucker, they has to be there.
But there's a lot of people that do the foster home shit just because it benefits them.
But that's not adoption though. That's just foster.
Yeah.
Because if you adopt a kid, they see who the parents are first, right? So it's not like.
Well, they do a lot of background checks.
Exactly. So that means they both have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if it's just not right.
I think it's awesome when people adopt kids. I mean,
yeah, because sometimes the parent can't take care of it. I'd rather the parent say, you know what, I can't take care of this kid, and say that versus them treating their own kid like shit or just leaving them somewhere.
Yeah.
So something happened to them when maybe a very loving family could potentially
You know,
be their parents.
yeah. There's a lot of people out there that can't have kids. A lot of couples out there that can't have kids. I know that shit must break their heart when they see those like fucking
You know,
child
in
abuse
other
videos.
in other
and
cultures,
shit,
they
man.
just get another wife, and then they keep that one wife, and then you just get another wife.
What, to have kids with?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
What cultures? Like Indian? That's
No.
what I imagined in my head
No,
when
it's
you
not
said
Indian. It's not Indian. It's just like, for example, I'm not too sure, but in certain cultures, I know what I've heard. I'm not exactly sure which ones they are, but there's various ones. I'm pretty sure. So, in other words, it works like this. Your wife can't have kids, right?
So like she's sterile.
So you get another wife. You know what I mean?
2 wives.
Or maybe that wife had been her husband got killed, you know, so she needs somebody to look after her, and then you need the kids. You know what I mean? So you form some type of
That's so weird.
You're not using the person; you're caring for them. Meaning, maybe her husband died, so you're gonna take her.
You know, take a widow and then
Yeah.
fuck her and impregnate her.
Yeah, because you're taking care of her because she doesn't have nobody, and then your wife can't have kids. So you're like, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong though; they all have to have equalness. So if you buy one a car, you buy the both car. You buy one a
And you
house,
treat
you buy
both of them
both.
the same.
Yes.
That's good though. You see, that's
You have to. If not, it
it's
don't
weird.
work out.
You know.
You have to. If not, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, it won't. If you treat one better than the other.
They all have to
What
be
is that shit called?
equal.
Polygamous relationship? I don't know. It starts with a P. Maybe I'm thinking about something else.
I think you're thinking about some cult stuff.
Remember that dude? They had him on TLC. He had like 4 wives. Sister Wives. The show was called Sister Wives.
I might have remembered, but
And they all had kids with that fucking fool. I wonder whatever happened to them. Anyway.
sick stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, I like being a dad, man.
Speaking of
Dog.
kids, there was
Hold
a
on.
very sad story this week.
Oh, before we get into the dark shit.
Yeah.
No, we went to fucking Cox Farm, man.
Why you keep going there? Did you go there again?
On the field trip, yeah.
But you just went the other day on
With
your
my
own.
kids, yeah. Well, we went with the whole family. It was a family trip. But we went with the field trip, man. I love that shit. Dog.
How you gonna do things before the school does it?
Because I didn't know they were gonna do that shit, and then we
Oh
went.
no, they let you know weeks in advance. My
Yeah,
friend.
but then when it was weird the way it worked out. But anyway, so I signed up to be a chaperone. I got picked and shit. I was psyched. And then I fucking had my little group of 4 kids with me.
That's
My
awesome.
son and
Yeah.
his 3 little friends. I was like, fuck yeah, dog. We was out there fucking hanging out. All the little kids were having fun. They were making me laugh, man. They're wild. These little boys, they're in 1st grade. You know, they be talking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And they be like doing those little dances they did see in Fortnite and shit. I was
You know,
laughing
that
the
sounds
whole
like
time.
fun being
It
a
was.
chaperone.
It was
You know,
fun.
it's crazy. I remember when I was that age and I was in elementary. Man, we had some asshole-ass fucking chaperones.
Yeah,
I mean, assholes. And I always told myself, I want to be a chaperone, but I want to be an asshole like this fucking guy.
Nah, man.
You know what I
There be
mean?
some assholes out there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, why you bringing out old shit, nigga?
So I won this field trip, right? And then, now we did
Motherfucker,
like everything.
you was more excited than the kids was. The
I
day
was,
before.
man. And then, you know why I was more excited? Because, I'm going to spend time with my kids, and then I'm with my son, and I'm getting to meet his little friends. I'm seeing how he interacts with his friends, and how he, like,
That must be fun.
it is. And I can see him being his own little person in those moments. And I'm like, man. And I could see some of the aneurysms that I like, some of the things that, like, the things, my characteristics in him. And I'm like, man, this is my little dude right here. And he's having a fucking blast with his friends. And he's not at that age where he's like, when you get a little embarrassed of your parents. But he was having a great fucking time, man. We fucking
You just can't be on them.
Nah,
You
man,
know
I'm
what
not
I mean? You gotta
on
give
him.
them their space.
Yeah.
You give them their space, they love that shit.
Yeah, he was having a fucking blast, man. And we did everything that the kids wanted to do. We did some of the shit that I wanted to do. I kind of kept it in line,
You know which one I always wanted to go back to? I know you talk about Cox Farm. One of the trips that I always and was very memorable to me was the outdoor lab.
Yo, you know
that
my son's in the 5th grade now, my oldest son, and and I asked him, "You have any field trips coming up?" And he's like, and I know he's at that age where he doesn't want me to go on a field trips, right? So he's like, we only got 6 Flags coming up. So I guess they don't do the outdoor lab no more. So
Maybe they do. You just don't want your ass to go.
Nah,
maybe
but
maybe the.
Not because I asked him, are you going to the outdoor lab? He's like, what's that? I said the outdoor lab. Like,
You know
that's
what?
the
I think
one
something,
trip.
but I think something happened to that.
You think the outdoor lab?
Yeah, I'm not
That's
sure.
a nature park. That's a nature.
No,
if
no, no,
anybody
I get-
doesn't know what the outdoor lab is, it's a nature park.
That was
Where
one of
you
my
would get, like in
favorite-
5th grade, around at least around here, we would go and spend the whole night there.
Yeah.
You spend one night in the outdoor lab. It's like your first trip away from your parents with all your friends in the whole school.
Unless your parents are chaperone like Marv.
Nah.
But no, dude, I remember my mom was always a chaperone when growing up.
But your mom
'Cause-
worked at that school, right? Your mom
Yeah, my mom was always, she was working for
That's
the,
awesome,
the
though.
public school system. So she knew if anything, she knew all my teachers. So it was something like different because I couldn't act out. I mean, I would here and there, I'd get snitched on here and there, but it's just like she was a big part of that, not just as a parent, but as somebody who worked in that school system.
That's awesome,
You know what I
though.
mean? So it was, and it's crazy. Even at going all the way to high school, there was still influence there from my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
I remember.
there was even certain like teachers and assistants that remember my mom and
Yeah.
everything. They're like, oh, they see me, growing up from here to here, and then like, they would like, and I'm not saying that helped me pass certain classes.
You got a little pad. You like, oh, that's what's.
But it did help out. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? That's how I kind of want to be with my kids and like their schooling. Like I want to be really involved. My fucking childhood was the complete opposite. Like I love my childhood, but my mom was always working. She was never like able to go on the trips with us. My dad wasn't around, so it was just my
it's
mom.
tough,
But I was like, man, I love my childhood. I love going on all that shit, man. But
It's
one
great,
thing I
it's
always
great.
wanted to be like, I just wanted to have somebody in like my mom or my sister was old enough to go on field trips too, but she was never able to go on my field trip. So I was like, man, whatever.
Yeah,
But
no, it's nice.
I always wanted that, and then
it's
that's why I
something
love.
different,
Yeah, but that's why I love doing that. Like, I love being a part of that. I love being a part of my kids' lives, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, my mom was a big part of ours, especially because I had a sister that was in the same grade as me,
Yeah.
which was crazy because I'm older than her. Everybody thought I fucking failed. I didn't.
I thought you guys were twins, like fraternal
no,
twins.
it's just
Was
our
it fraternal
fucking
twins?
birthdays, man. Just my.
It's like you had to stay back a year, and she got to like she was born right in that age gap. It's that weird age gap.
October.
You know
I
those.
was born in 2 months before. Yeah.
There's an advantage of like what your birthday is, where you get to start school late. If you would have started sports, man, you would have fucking excelled because you would have been bigger than the other kids at a younger age in the sports and shit, and you would have fucking dominated. And then the more and more you progress, the better and better you get. The more because your mental aptitude is higher than the other kids, then you would have fucking excelled. You would have.
You know what, dude?
There's a book on that shit.
Yeah, and I was. And I remember in every of my classes, I was always smarter than the motherfucker. But not smarter maybe in the books and this. Like, it wasn't like the book smart that I was in that I was smarter in. It was just real life shit that I was like smarter about. And they would be talking about some crazy shit. And I'd be like,
man,
motherfucker.
shut the fuck up. You don't know life.
No, I didn't say that. But in my head, I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, shut up.
You don't
That's
know
not
shit.
exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I grew up like that. You know what I mean? Because I felt like everything that was going on, I was too advanced for it. But it wasn't. But like I said, it wasn't like in me reading because I sucked at reading. You know what I mean?
Man.
It wasn't because of the actual, But I was just, as a matter of fact, good thing we're touching this base because, the school system really never changes.
Nah, man, that's just.
It never changes. It's like, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, like technology change, cars change, constructions change from the houses now, from the houses today, any type of thing. But why is it that we still sit in a classroom the same fucking way we did 100 years ago? You know what I mean? And, it's like somebody said it in one of these videos I saw today. It was on Facebook actually, and I've seen it before years ago. And it came out today, as a matter of fact, ironically. And it said something. Why would you teach a fish to climb a tree?
Yeah.
You're making that. That kid could be that fish, and you're gonna make them think that he's stupid the rest of his life.
That's what that's exactly what I think. One of my sons, he learns different, but he's good. Like he's smart. He's smart.
Everybody's
as shit,
smart,
man. But the way that the way the school system teaches us and teaches our kids is that we have to. They're basically preparing us to be out in the world, like
And be an
in the
employee.
workforce.
Yeah,
You know,
an
but
employee.
they don't. But you got to think that some of these kids, they're not gonna be in the regular workforce. Some of them are gonna want to be actors. Some of them are gonna want to be comedians, and all the shit that you're learning in class is not gonna benefit them in that world. You know, but they're gonna learn. They need to learn all this stuff. But you know, they gotta think that the only thing that I don't like about some school systems is that they're so have this one narrow mind that everybody has to go.
It's not a
it's
narrow
like-
mind, Marv. It's just that that's
just
the way
that
it
one
has
stream.
to be
It's just a
because
stream.
they need
It's
workers.
like a stream, yeah,
They need the future workers.
yeah. But
It-
that's
it-
a whole
it-
conspiracy right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
no. It's the truth.
it's the truth.
It's the
but
truth because
it's the way
been-
that it's
no,
set up.
because
It's the way the system is set up.
yeah, exactly. And the system is set from your local government to
But then when
your
you
federal
don't fit into
government.
that system, you feel some kids or even myself. Like I never felt like I said like I felt like I was meant to be in that system. I always felt like a failure because
Exactly.
didn't.
You were put in a situation that you were never gonna
I never,
succeed in.
yeah, and even at a young age, yeah, the idea of going to college was fun. It was exciting, but I knew that I never wanted to do that. You know, so when I see my son, my oldest son, I understand. Like, look, when he gets a little older, I'm like, look, man, go through it, and then when you get out of school, you're gonna find what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
But don't think that don't think that you're not because you're not succeeding on the system that somebody has set up for you hundreds of years ago that you're a failure. You're not. You're just your mind thinks differently, and you're gonna find your little niche that you fit into.
Exactly. That's the way I felt. Like, for example, I once was told something, a friend of mine, and what they told me was this. And I always think about this, even to this day, and this was maybe a couple years ago. This friend told me, I used to think people were either smart or dumb.
Yeah, but it's not that.
It's not like that.
It's
And
not
this
white
is
and black.
the one thing, though. There's this gray area. And I'm just going to say this.
The gray areas are awesome, man. Sorry.
This will change it if you haven't. And for those people that think that there's some dumb motherfuckers out there, no, just put this in your mind. Everybody is smart in their own way. It's that simple. Everybody is smart in their own way. And what I mean by that is everybody has a different set of obstacles they deal with, which makes them smart in that area. So if you grab a fucking Eskimo, he'll tell you all the different types of snow that maybe you shouldn't step on. But if you take him to a city,
it's like a hunter, or like
and you put him to drive a car,
it's like somebody that grew up
he's gonna
living
drive the car
living off the land,
with a
and then
fucking
somebody that lives.
steering wheel and shit.
Yeah, it's like somebody that you found that
I mean,
was found
rearview
living.
mirror.
Yeah, living off the land, or you found someone like a urban city kid. There's so many differences, but that one kid, they might think themselves as like dumb because they don't know the things that
Because you're
that
putting him in a
person knows.
situation that he doesn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly. And then, but if you evaluate that person, you take that person for what they are, that one human being, and you see that everything that they know is for what is in their life, and they're like, oh man, this dude is exceeding in the lifestyle that he lives, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody has their own niche, everybody has their own.
It can't get better than what I was told, Marv.
Yeah.
Everybody's smart in their own way.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm not even gonna add to that. I can't.
You can't because
'Cause,
that's
I mean,
the
I can, but I'm not gonna be able to explain it
that's
the way I want
that's
to.
That's just the ultimate explanation to it. You're smart in your own way. I'm smart in my way.
Everybody has their
And,
own
and,
genius.
and it's for example, you have your job, I have my job.
I love my job,
You're
man.
not gonna come and be a pro at what I do, and I'm not gonna
You know
go
what I
and be
was
a
thinking
pro at
about
your
that?
shit.
You know, I was thinking about that too. Like some people put some like, if you knew what I did, and then like, and some people, like some bougie people, if I tell them what I do, they're like, oh, like they kind of frown upon it, kind of put like a dark aura around it. Like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing that for? I don't go to your job, and I would never do like a tech job, and I wouldn't never. If somebody told me that they did like they were in a tech job, I wouldn't never insult that, or even be passive aggressive towards that job, or like, oh, okay, you're in tech, oh, you're a smart guy, huh? I would never do that, but a lot of people do that to other people.
Well, there's a lot of idiots everywhere and good smart
You
people
gotta,
everywhere.
I think you just gotta accept people for who they are, and understand that some people they don't fit in that area where you excel at, and you gotta treat people for who they are as human beings. Get to know people. know that they know things in their own, they know things. You know that they know things that the way they know them. I have no judge. I don't hold no judgment on for what people do, what their job is. None of that. You know, but I think a lot of like the way social media or anything, the way that we socialize, there's been a big there's been a big thing around where we need to judge people off of what they do or how much money they make or these certain areas where it doesn't really fucking matter.
Half of these people make a certain money. Okay, see, this is the thing. They think because of the money they make that they're smart. No. It just happens that there was a government contract out there that needed bodies to pay them X amount of dollars so that the person that actually got the government contract can actually make that money. Because at the end of the day, they paid your bitch ass a lot of money to be a fucking body. They ain't pay your ass because you're smart. No.
Well, no. Don't contradict yourself.
No.
They're smart in their own. They're smart in their own. They're smart in their own. They're smart in their own area. Yeah, they're in their own way.
But there's better people than them.
But don't treat people like shit just because you made more than them, or because you think you're smarter than them.
I'm talking about those that think they're smart because of how much money they make.
Yeah.
I'm not talking
about. That's an asshole, right?
Yeah, I'm not talking about those who don't say shit.
I don't assume somebody's smart just because how much money they make.
But that's what I just said, though. I'm not contradicting myself for the simple fact that if you be like, oh man, shit, I make $90K a year, and you treat people like shit because you think you're smarter than them. No, motherfucker, there's smarter people than you out there. You just happen to be lucky and you hit that spot. And there's people making the same 90 grand that are smarter than you. You know what I mean? And they deserve more. But the difference is as soon as they get that position, they think they're smart as shit. And like they want to fucking like.
Or they think they're better than somebody.
Exactly. And it goes to still the same point. You think because you're better than somebody, you're smarter than them.
Nah,
it's that simple.
not.
But
we're all equal.
I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying
we're all equal. We're all equal in this world, man.
We
live, we die. The one thing you can't take back is being an asshole. So you should treat everybody with love and respect. And
don't get me wrong. I'm an asshole.
I know how generic that shit sounds. I know how stupid. I know how simple that sounds. But that's the way it needs to be. Yeah. You need to treat people with respect and love.
Marv, I'm an asshole. Believe me. But you know what? I analyze the shit out of things. Meaning, for you to get my assholeness, you would really gotta fuck up. I mean, you really just gotta prove to me that you're a retard.
Nah,
you gotta be an asshole to
for me to be an asshole to you, you really have to really disrespect me or treat me with disrespect. You know, and to be fair, there's people like what I see it more is that people like ethnic people that some of them they don't know how to be polite in English. They don't know how to be polite in like an American way. So they're like, hey, can you help? You know, like they ask for help, but they ask for it in a rude way. But they're asking for help, and that's what also like I've had to think to myself like, all right, this person's asking for my help. They're not trying to be rude, but they don't know how to speak the language.
Some people are extra though.
Yeah, some people are extra. But anyway, let's get off this topic, man. You had a story about.
No, we're not gonna talk about that.
No,
we're not gonna.
Hey, man.
Darken it out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that just because of the vibe. I'm not gonna change.
Yeah, it's
the
really
vibe.
dark.
It's dark. We can say that to another day when we talk about dark things. But I was gonna tell you, what do you think of Trump thinking that? He was saying that I don't think it's gonna happen, but he's saying something like, for people that already they come to this country just to have kids so they could be citizens, that he doesn't want they're not gonna be citizens no more.
But that was the same thing that they were saying back when George Bush was in office.
Yeah, it's just talk.
It's not,
you know what? Those are talks for the chicken littles of the world.
Yeah,
and what I mean by the chicken littles of the world,
those are like bait, like clickbait shit. You know, like what the fuck is Trump talking about? Oh no, and that's like outrage news. Like you just trying to get outraged. That's trying to get people's attention.
And they're doing something.
And then they just want like Trump. You know, like Trump is a fucking genius, man. Like
he really is.
For him, think about this, man. If the way he went through his whole what's that shit called before you get elected? His what's the word I'm trying to think
campaign?
of? Yeah, his campaign, his electoral campaign. The way he went, he just made it all controversial. He made himself in the center of the news. Went at people that people really had a problem with, but weren't able to, talk about it. And then he's still doing it to this day. But
He does it less, but
think about it right now. Think about this right now. If Kanye West was running a campaign against Donald Trump, you don't think that Kanye West would be at the fucking shit end of the stick with Donald Trump? He would be going on him. He'd be talking so much shit about Kanye. You know what I mean? Like that, he's fucking genius. So he surrounds himself with people that are gonna get him, like he's gonna get the attention that he needs from the people that he surrounds himself with. He uses people. He maneuvers himself like that. He's playing chess with all these motherfuckers that are playing checkers.
You know what though?
Or he's playing Chinese. What's that shit like 3D chess with all these motherfuckers still playing regular chess?
Nah, I made this annihilation a couple years ago.
Analysis
and whatever.
Get close to your mic, bro.
And it was this, I realized that, in the work I do, I have to change people's thinking to get what I want.
Yeah, you do.
So, because it's a tough game what I'm in, but that's manipulation, dog. And manipulation is part of intelligence. And I never wanted to look at it that way.
It is, though.
Let me explain, Marvin. And please bear with me here.
I got you.
I always taught by my parents that manipulating somebody was bad. Me estás manipulando, me estás haciendo esto. You know what I mean? It was bad. It was always a bad thing.
Nah, but that's how it's intelligence in
no.
a way.
That's intelligence because, you see, you're making somebody else by your thinking and your thoughts.
Nah, you're making somebody do your will by the words you speak and, and the thoughts that you have.
Yeah. And that's manipulation. I used to think that was bad, and sometimes it can be bad.
It can be bad,
but at the same time, if you're using it for a greater good, meaning
if you're using it for your own, gain, I think that's where it be bad.
Yeah, but if you're using it for to better a country, that's a different story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, I never looked at that was intelligence because I was taught the reverse of that, and until recently, in the last couple of years. And I noticed this. I'm like, yo, if I gotta change somebody's thinking, that's still manipulating somebody. And I was taught in my family that was bad. But I never looked at it as a form of intelligence. And that is a form of intelligence, believe it or not.
Yeah. You know what I gotta say? It is.
It is. You're making somebody do
it is, but you know what? In your line of work, these people are there. They came into where you work for a reason, right? The only manipulation is you're doing is that you really pushing the narrative towards their way. When they come into your job, they're really on the line. They're in the middle, right? They're in the middle. They can weigh. They can sway either way. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. What you do is really sell the product and try to get them to really sway towards your way. That will benefit you, but it will also benefit them because they actually did come to your place to get something. They're just not so sure that they're gonna get something.
And that's fine.
But the only thing that you do is you push it. You veer it. You're like blowing on it. Like, yeah, you need to go that way, because that's what your job is.
But I don't just do my job. Like, I go beyond that. And what I mean by that is just like I don't go for making a small amount of money.
You don't fuck people over.
Yeah, exactly. So if anything, if I'm selling you a car, for example, and I know I can make money on the insurance, no, I don't do that. Or I can make money on the finance. No, I match you up, even if I take a loss. Right now, I'm not taking a loss in the future.
Because you're getting a customer.
Exactly. Because if I fuck you right now to the fucking maximum fullest,
you'll never step back. You never step a foot in my life. Yeah. And you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna have those 5 best friends that you have in your hand, and you're gonna tell them, "Hey, don't ever fucking go there. He fucked me."
Yeah.
And you know what?
But if you save that joint, meaning you're not gonna fuck him.
You're gonna at least get 3 of his friends, or are you looking for a new car? It's tax season. You should go see my man.
Yeah, it's that simple. And then,
especially if you make it like a friend show, like a friend relationship.
Yeah, all my customers are my friends. It's like they all come. I have customers that literally come and take me out to eat.
That's awesome.
They take me out to eat. They, what do you want, Hector? I was just, you want to go eat a steak on top of a rock? Like random
shit. That shit fucking sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, let's go. I felt so bad the other day. A customer came and they wanted to take me out to eat a fucking steak on the rock, which is what I'm telling you here.
That shit sounds good.
And
it
I
sounds
was
like
so
like a
busy.
fish on
I
a
had
rock.
3 applications going. I had people online waiting. I couldn't leave my
sorry,
customers there,
man.
and he had driven an hour away to come see me, and he's still
That's
waiting for
good,
me for
though.
an hour. You know
I
what
try
I
to
mean?
treat all my customers with
and-
that same respect.
I gave him shit I didn't even promise this motherfucker. You know, everything goes on a contract, what I'm going to give you. I give him extra. I always give everybody extra.
If you can put it in there, you will. As long
No,
as
no.
it doesn't fuck that person
No,
up.
and not only that, sometimes I put it in the contract, and they don't even, like, people that I see are very humble, I'll put it in the contract.
Just to be, this
And
person's
I-
a
and-
good person.
No, not to do that. I put it in the contract so that I can keep myself humble and straight.
That's good, though.
Because
You-
then they have the power to come after me, and I'm giving them that power because they're humble, and not because I know I can overpower them. I'm not gonna do that.
I love that, man. You know why?
And but
Go
let
ahead.
me say something.
Go ahead.
If you fucking come and you fucking try to fucking overpower me, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you to the fucking fullest, motherfucker. Don't even expect shit from me. I'm gonna fucking make sure you
That's
get
the same
all-
way with me,
You
but
get what is that shit? Dog farted, motherfucker.
you got black,
black and shit.
the biggest cop.
Yeah, but if you come to me humble as shit and you really just want me to help, I'll fucking help you, dude. It's just, but there's always those motherfucking assholes out there that think they know everything and they think they know your
those,
shit better.
the problem with those people is that they.
And that's not gonna happen, dude.
You know,
Because I do this shit for a living. This is what I do. You're not
See,
gonna
the
fucking-
difference between you and those people is that those people just take. You and me, and I think anybody that's a good person, they know when they're giving something, and they gotta also balance the fucking scales. You gotta, when you get something, you also gotta give back.
Yeah.
Because if you don't give back, man, if all you do is take, you're never you're always gonna have the scales up against you.
Yeah.
Because somebody's always gonna try to fuck you over, or you're
Dude.
gonna be constantly fucking somebody over.
Dude, in my
I
career,
love to give back.
In my career, and it's crazy. I call it a career. I never planned to do this in my life.
Me too, man.
I even
My
went to
job.
school and got myself a degree, and I still didn't even use it because it's not what I want to do. But I did it for my parents. They wanted me to go and get a degree in college
weird,
or whatever, and I gave them that. That's fine. The second I graduated, I was just like, I'm free. I'm free because
That's so weird to me, man.
no, I did it for my parents.
No, I know you I know you did that. But you know what? It's gonna benefit you in some way.
It still does in my vocabulary, the way I talk to people, the way I form certain things and everything. Yes, you can tell a little bit of college education there. I ain't the smartest motherfucker. I still can't spell certain shit. Fuck it. Internet's there. You know what I mean? What the
Google saved everybody, bro.
Yeah, whatever. But the point is this. It's just like if you have the opportunity to help somebody, help them out. You know why? Because God gave you that God-willing talent to have that information and help them out. Don't keep it to yourself.
Nah, man, you should always give back.
The more you give to people, the more
Knowledge
you
is the
fucking
best
receive.
thing you can give to anybody.
Yeah.
If you can give knowledge to
I won't
somebody,
give you money. I ain't gonna.
I'd rather
fucking
give you knowledge than money.
Yeah.
But you see, also,
if you give somebody money, it's temporary. You're not
I would
feeding
you
them for the
see-
rest of their life.
like when I see homeless people, man, I try my best not to give money, but what I will do if it's like I'm passing a fucking fast food restaurant, I'll stop by, get them a fucking meal, and then I'll drop it off, and then
Yeah.
fucking keep going. Just because I know you're standing out there for fucking 8 hours sometimes. Don't give
Yeah.
shit.
At the end of the day, it's just
You know?
like you want to be like, you motherfucker. But
Nah, I
hey,
don't even have nothing against him.
No. It's just like it comes down to like, I'm too busy right now to teach you a lesson. I'll just get you some food because I know you're hungry.
there's some people that fucking scam
Speaking
people.
of that, no, and that's fine. You know why? Because between you and God, you do the right thing.
Yeah.
If that person and they ain't do the right thing with God, that's their problem.
You know when I know,
That's their
you know when
problem.
you know that person isn't real is when they don't. They look at the food and they look disappointed.
No, fuck
They
that.
look disappointed at the food that you gave them,
It
and they're like,
depends-
"Oh,
it
you're
depends.
a fucking scam artist.
No,
you're a
no,
fucking scam
It
artist."
depends, Marv, because I remember there's this one guy. He's my favorite guy. Every time I see him,
yeah.
man, I'm excited, and he's excited to see me too. I'll share my sandwich with him and shit.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? Like, and he knows too that I'm clean because I'm not gonna just give him some trash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I'm be like, hey, he was like, you hungry? Or you got any leftovers? He always asks me. You know what I mean? And I know when somebody be like, do you have any leftovers? It's sincere because they want something that you already ate.
Yeah.
Meaning they trust you. You know what I mean? Not that I would give him something I already ate,
Some
but I'd be like,
bullshit.
hey, look, dude, Dude, I pass by. Sometimes I even make it a purpose. I'll go and get a full
Yeah,
sub.
me too. I'll go.
You know
I'll
what
go
I mean?
a certain way. I'll go
Yeah.
a certain route just to see if that person's still there.
Yeah, and
it's a weird. I think
sometimes
that's. Go ahead.
and they see it and they're like, oh yeah, sure, right here, grab whatever you want and shit. You know what I mean? I don't care if I eat a little bit because I have money. I can go buy whatever I want. But still, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? There's just one guy, man. He's a great guy. I always see him. His mind is not in the right place, but at the end of the day, though, every time we see each other, it's just like, it's a good thing.
Hey, you be like, hey.
Yeah,
man,
like we
what's up,
spark
buddy?
some shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome, though.
It's cool, man, and shit. And we share shit. I give him whatever. Sometimes I give him money if I'm doing good in business. Hey, here's $20, dude.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck it. I don't give
That's
more
what
than
it is,
$20.
man.
Though.
Give, man. You gotta give. You can't just
and it's
take,
crazy.
man.
Maybe that day I fucking make a sale and I make fuck.
Dog, you
want
wanna drop 100 on that motherfucker, but like, go do your thing, homie.
Dude, I've been broke before, and I still give money out, and then man, out of nowhere, it just starts happening. You know what I mean?
That's the way it is, though.
You know,
Anyway,
I want to say something though.
Go ahead.
And I don't mean to cut you off, Marv. Just please listen to this.
peace so bad, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Say your thing.
So, I went to a 7-Eleven, I was doing a favor for a friend. I was there for a friend, you know what I mean?
I can hear you.
And, go for it. So pretty much, I'm at a 7-Eleven, I see a guy, he's chilling out there, you know what I mean? And, he's not asking for anything, whatever, you know what I mean? So I just go inside nonchalant, as you usually do. I grabbed what I was going to grab. There was a guy in front of me. He was grabbing some pizza, and I was just like, he had a mailman outfit on, and I was just like, oh, why is this mailman grabbing that crusty pizza? Keep in mind, I didn't know what he was doing, and I didn't mean to call it crusty either. It wasn't that crusty anyways, I'm just saying. So, he buys it, Okay, I see him buy it. I buy whatever I'm going to buy. I go outside. I go back outside. I see that homeless guy again, right? And he's eating pizza. I'm like, man, that is a good guy. The mailman. He probably just got off work, and he just fed this guy. So, I go back to my car, and I have some money in the car. Not a lot, So I go back to the car, and I'm just like, I don't have much money. But, I
heard your whole story.
In cash. You know what I mean? So, like, I go and I'm like, shit, I'll give him everything I have in my wallet. I mean, money is easy for me to make. It's never been easy for me to make before. I'm not saying money was easy forever.
I get what you're saying.
But it's easy for me to get right now.
Yeah.
So I go and I give it to him. And this man, he's eating his pizza. He just looks at me, and he had this this is the weirdest thing that of everybody I've given money to. The weirdest one. He had this cross thing made of sticks. And I maybe thought he was like a voodooist or something. And he tells me, you know what you just did? Making it seem like I did something bad. Uh-huh. You know what you just did? I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
What did I do? You just fed me. You know what I mean? I'm really hungry. He was grubbing out on the pizza too, you know what I mean? He was just like, I'm really hungry. He was grubbing out on the pizza with the guy before. He gave him some pizza, the mailman guy. And thank you so much, he said, And then he was just like, come here, I want to talk to you. I'm like, I'm not getting close to you. I'm scared. What if you stab me? It's nighttime. You know what I mean? What if you think I have more money? Mm-hmm. But I got balls, so I got closer. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, dude. Something happens, I'll try to defend myself.
Yeah.
And then he grabs a stick. It looks like a death stick and shit. It has a cross and everything. I'm like, you believe in God?
Cross,
Huh?
Did he give you the cross?
No, and if he did, I wouldn't touch it. He asked me if I believed in God. And I told him, yeah, I believe in God. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, okay. All right. When everything is over, meaning when you
the whole interaction?
Yeah. God's going to remember that you fed him.
That's awesome, man.
He just that simple. God's going to tell you that you fed him.
I think you just went a whole sermon. I love it, though.
That was...
You got to give back, man. You have to give back.
No, but the way I felt at the time, it was just like fucking glowing. Like, It wasn't like any other time. It was just like, what if he was there for a purpose?
What?
What do you mean extend?
What
Huh?
if he was there for a fucking purpose, dude? Like, clearly, he had got pizza from the guy earlier, meaning he had already ate. But why did he have to deliver this
Probably
message?
fed him for the whole fucking week.
Yeah, that's fine. But why he have to say...
Maybe he
When-
tells it to
when-
everybody about it.
No. And that's
Just
some crazy
saying.
manipulative shit. But I've never felt that way. If I feel like you're bullshit, I'll know it.
That's
You know-
awesome, though. That's awesome.
But the way I felt that, and I never told anybody about that, you know?
That's awesome.
Anyways,
You know what?
point is just like, if you can help somebody,
can you
don't
get
bother
LER?
you, just help them out. Can you please get LER? We're going to do
Hey,
questions with
can
LER
you
right
get
now.
LER? Hey, LER!
Hey, this is part of the episode where you bring out old shit. Why you bring out that old shit?
Nigga, why you talking
Like
negative?
One time you fell on your face.
Why you wearing all black? Like you
Bringing out old shit, nigga.
you can tell that Johnny has no heart.
No.
That's not news.
Son.
Can you get LER?
Hey, you know what? You know what I wanted to talk about today? Was you know who Whitey Bulger is?
No.
You don't know who Whitey Bulger is? You don't know who Whitey Bulger is? Have you watched The Departed?
No, let me
Have
text-
you watched
let me
Black
text
Mask?
LER.
You haven't watched Black Mask?
No, I haven't.
He was Boston's.
Oh, I did. What's his name? Johnny Depp was in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was him.
He was the Winter Hill Gang, and he was one of the worst fucking mob dudes ever, bro. So this guy, right? He's one of the worst dudes fucking ever. He got fucked up. He got fucking killed in jail like a day ago.
Oh, no way.
Dog, he got fucking murdered. You wanna know how he got murdered?
How?
They fucking I think it was like an old one of his old associates, the guys that he used to fuck with, came into his jail with somebody else, his jail cell. They transferred him, moved into a jail cell, and they fucking came into his jail cell, beat him with a sock full of locks, beat the shit out of him. Fucking yeah, they said when his face, when they were done beating the shit out of him, his face was unrecognizable. And then after that, to add to that, because he's the biggest snitch, he used to work with the FBI, and he would snitch on all the other rival gangs, on everybody else. The one thing you're not supposed to do in a mob is snitch. So he would snitch on everybody else for his own gain. So he would, whenever something was going on with anything else, he would fucking snitch on them. But on top of that, they would let him murder people. They let him fucking just do whatever the fuck he wanted. He did whatever the fuck he wanted in Boston. He was like the king of Boston, right back in the day. So this motherfucker, they beat the shit out of him with sauce, right? And now on top of that, for being a snitch, they cut out his tongues, they cut out his fucking, they try to cut out his eyes. You know, there's a fucking video of when they killed him, that there was so much fucking blood in his jail cell that the two guys left, and then they came back with mop buckets to try to clean up the blood so that nobody would find him until like a little bit later. They still found him. He's fucking dead. Motherfucker died. He's fucking gone, bro.
That just goes to show everything you do in this world, you will pay
You
for.
you will. But he was a snitch. He was a snitch of all snitches. Like the one thing you don't do in a mob or
I'm gonna
any
take a pee
Italian
break.
anything, gang, yeah, go ahead. Is fucking snitch like that. Look, you got your headset? Alright. Alright, let's finish this show. Anything else, man? Anything news-wise? Huh?
All right. He's going to ask it. We'll repeat it.
Oh, here. Here, grab that mic. Just give me the cord. Just give me the cord on the bottom. The other end.
Hey, bring us some old shit. Why you bringing out that old shit?
Johnny, stop drinking.
Hey, send that nigga a ticket, son.
Big. Alright, we got you.
You hear me?
Oh, shit. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
loud
you.
as fuck.
No, we got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
You got one good question.
Alright,
All right.
let's
I like him.
Questions with LER. Okay.
go. We're
Guys
ready,
ready?
bro.
I'm very ready.
Okay. What would you do? Could you go 1 year without sex or 1 year without your cell phone?
Nigga, asked the question already.
1 year without
that's
sex
nice.
or 1 year without your cell phone? That's not a really good question. Nah,
When
it
you-
is actually.
And when I say sex, I mean no masturbating either.
I'll do the cell phone. I'll keep my cell phone.
I will do the cell phone too because
I need to make
we
I
money.
can get a
survived
house
without
phone,
cell
bro.
phones
I
before.
can get a house phone real quick. I already got a house phone.
Say no cell phone.
I can get a house phone, man. I'm
I do
good.
the cell phone. I need to make money.
I'm good, man. I got a house
Huh?
phone. I do it a year without a cell phone.
Right?
I mean, if you really want to hit me
But
up, I'll
that
give
was-
you my house phone number.
You fucking
No, I need
like,
my
I give
send
you-
me a letter.
I'll give you my internet. You can still use a computer and all that shit? Or just no internet at all?
No, it's cell phone.
No cell phone? I can
Oh.
use the internet?
I'll get a house phone. Then.
Yeah, I got a fucking house
Alright,
phone.
okay, no. Okay, that's it. Okay, then you take
You
it.
see, yeah, let's change it up a
No,
little
okay,
bit. Let's get a
well,
little bit.
okay,
Let's
well,
get into
first
it.
it was no sex or no cell phone, and I put no masturbating either. Now
Uh-huh.
I have to put no kind of
Communication.
No social media?
social media on anything.
On
No.
no internet?
Yeah, no internet, nothing.
No.
So no sex?
I need the.
No, nothing.
Can we use the house phone?
No, that's
No.
a phone.
I think it should be
We're
more
going back
like
to
you want-
1991 rules and shit.
Probably not even that. Probably
No.
You
You
just gotta go up the street and see if your homie's home.
Yeah.
Like knock on the door.
You gotta ride your bike out there.
Nah,
Fuck,
I'll
nigga,
take
we
my
got
phone.
cars.
I'll take my phone.
For sure we got cars.
Dude,
No,
it's just a
Nigga,
year.
I'm fucking, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
I gotta
I'll take my
jack off,
phone.
bro. Can you imagine
I
how
don't
much?
even like talking to people.
Dog, you get retarded after not busting it up for a while.
Yeah, but I look at it like business
Fucking
wise.
balls get all blue.
Yeah, you do it for your business. I'm gonna do it for my balls.
Mm.
Fuck all that.
I'd rather
bro.
make money. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Make money.
I'd
You
rather
make money, man.
Big
Like,
ass.
you see, the difference between me and you is that you make your money off your phone calls. I make my money from going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make my money regardless.
Yeah.
You have to keep in contact with people. I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to.
need my cell
I'm
phone
gonna have
to
to
make money.
fucking go ahead and take that loss without a cell phone,
But I do need money.
and
man.
I'm gonna jack off, and I'm gonna get all the pussy I want. You just one nigga out the game right now.
Yeah.
How about you, Larry? What'd you do?
Oh, definitely. I'll get rid of the cell phone. and
But
shit.
you do a lot of photography shit. You need your computer.
No, I'm a camera.
You better get a side job for a year.
I'm a camera.
Then who's gonna do all your work? Yeah, boy.
I still want to fuck.
Yeah,
Can't
but
even jack off though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want my.
Your dimple's gonna be sucked in so hard because it comes pulling everything
No,
in.
that's
like,
why I say I'd rather.
no, the
I'd
dimple's
rather
gonna
live
pop
without.
out because you
I'd
have
rather
so
live
much
without my
cum
cell
backed
phone.
up.
I'd rather live without my cell phone.
No, but you even said that we can't use the internet, nothing.
Yeah, I'd rather live without my cell phone.
I'd rather,
No computer, you're gonna lose your job.
Nope.
I'd rather make money.
I'll become a male whore.
And just bust nuts every single
Hey, that's
day.
Even a male whore needs a phone.
He does to make appointments.
Not really.
You need the internet.
How do you think people did
How
it
people
back in
gonna
the day?
find you? It's not
How
word
did
of
people
mouth.
do? Prostitution has been since
It's gonna be word of mouth.
since
Yeah,
the
but
40s.
Exactly,
Or-
but
or
back
come
in
to
the day,
mouth?
If people would just go to their location and just fuck.
Yeah,
We're in
well, we can do that
2018
too.
though.
They don't
about
do
to
that
turn
no more.
2019. We're all about technology.
Well,
I'm busting nuts, bro.
Exactly.
I'm busting
I am
nuts.
too.
Fuck a phone.
Fuck a phone. Fuck
I'll
the
be like
internet.
this.
Fuck the media. Fuck
And then
social
when,
media.
when that
everything.
girl's on the phone, hey, hit my nigga up. So I'm coming over.
Write me.
Huh?
Don't text me. Write me.
Yeah, write me, bitch. Write me a letter.
Yeah, write me
A
letter.
week before you want to get fucked, so I can get it on time.
Yeah.
If you if you even have a thought about fucking trying to get some dick, you better hit me up a week before. Send it through mail, and it better be express, bitch. 1 day delivery.
Yeah. Fuck
Yo.
all that.
This has been Hnm. We're fucking horny, and we out.